Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have some fun today. In other words, let's get you to the $1 million dream. I know everybody talks about it. You know what the problem with that? They talk. It's like there's two guys that are out there, motivational speakers. I'm sorry, I don't need blah, blah, blah. I need rules, tools, and a blueprint and a map. I want to know exactly how to get to A to Z. Okay? Because the bottom line is we need the rules and the tools to get past go. Today, get a tablet and pen out. Write things down. Now, next thing is don't take pictures, don't record. As we begin, get to know me a little bit. I've been doing this for 43 years, live on stage or online too. My story started my journey when I was born in a taxi. A taxi, can you imagine, on the way to Gardena Hospital? She was 15 and a half years old. She didn't want me. She actually threw me in the trash can. Reality is lucky somebody found me. The next family, you know what they did? They used and abused me too. It's amazing. I got dropped off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 from the age of 3 to 9.5 years old. But I got smart. I learned God gave me a brain. I learned how to write with both hands, talk at the same time too, and have total recall. And I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I got my first 100,000, my million, then I got a couple billion. You see how I did it? It's pretty simple. Let's show you what I got to do, and I'll show you how to do it yourself, and I'll have to do the work for you. Always write down today's date and end of the year. It doesn't take more than 3 to 6 months to get this done. So let's show you flat out one of the 6 mansions, one of the 3 yachts, one of the big buildings, and one of the Lamborghinis too. Bottom line again, they call me the millionaire maker. Maybe you're next. But procrastination is the killer of a dream. If you put out something yesterday, today, till tomorrow too, you got to stop that. It's like time. I don't control time, neither do you. But I do control the time that God has given me. And I can't waste a second of the day. So understand something today. In 2009, 12 years ago, there's me in a coma. I died at 5:41. God let me come back and help you. Today, I want you to write down getting past go. I want to show you how I got my Duffys, my mansions, my Lamborghini collection, the goodies, and the race boats in the backyard. Broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981. I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. So when I park the race boats in the backyard, where do you park yours? I'm from Show Me State. How about the helicopter? How about the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor and the 3 yachts? What about the Ferraris too? Now write down and raise rules. Let's get to play. Let's get you to follow through too. July 4, 2009, we took a group of people on one of the yachts, and the next day I get to die. It didn't matter if you were billions of dollars. The bottom line is you still get to die. But I did die of H1N1 pandemic 9. But God gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said go back that day. The other thing is why you got bad credit, you probably do, lack of knowledge. Today I'm going to teach you some erase secrets, what I've been doing for 43 years. Now first we have to look at federal law. Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a fraud. They're not allowed to collect money up front, but they break the rules every day. You got to rebuild it. Bottom line, it's not broken. Now get to know me. Why don't you Google Credit Services Act today? Get a copy of the page I just showed you. They're also going to refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act too, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. What are you supposed to do now? Bottom line is, why don't you and I build a relationship, at least for 90 days. I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. And I'll also do the work for you too, teaching you some of those secrets today. Every seminar, every workshop, every boot camp, you're stuck with me. I'm not passing the buck. I want to make sure you follow through it. I'm basically holding your hand, and I want to do most of the work for you anyway. You see, I have a 100% success rate. I don't want you to screw that up. The only thing I ever have to do is kind of wait for some of you to follow through. Now, I've been the coach for millions and millions of people, 2019 rich and famous people for 4 decades, by the way. I've taught them the secrets never to bring the pain home. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about today. You got 4 ways to get to millionaire status. First, you can win the lottery tonight, or you can inherit the money or get a big raise. Unfortunately, most people, they got that money, they kind of waste it away. Why don't you let me rebuild your life? I'm talking about having some fun, and I'm going to show you exactly what needs to be done. As we do this, there's only 1,000 steps, all you need to know. Why? Because you can't mess it up. I made it so methodical, you can't screw it up too. Let's give you the first 25 steps today. First, what we want to do is go to raisecredit.com, clickety-clack, get your credit reports for free. That's going to be step number 1. Next, what I want to do is make your score go up, and away to about 90 working days. So the next thing I want you to do is pull out your Social Security card. Can you do that for me, please? I want you to understand you got a Social Security card just like I did because it was to get the job. That's all we were told to, as sheep and ducks. And what we got to do is get that first tax return called a 1040 tax return too. So the next thing is that's step number 2. Pull it out of your purse and wallet right away. Now, if you give me the report numbers on your credit reports, I can make your score go up, and away. I have a system that we've used for 43 years. Ultimate goal, that's step number 3. Next thing is no case ever goes past 180 days unless you're slowing it down on your side too. Ultimate goal, what we're going to do is 2 things. First, we're going to do what's called a rapid refresh. Now, understand something. Years ago, Ken Yarborough, I trained him. He was security chief at TRW and Asperian too, in Harold Stokes. I came up with a process called rapid scoring for your mortgage companies. Then I came up with a rapid refresh. This is where it blocks any bad credit you have. So what I get to do is build you up, and away. So in other words, here's the case for you. 4 collection accounts at 487. They got no credit, but I got them an unsecured credit card for $300 to build them up now. Now they're at a 650. Ultimate goal, the next one's got a 587, filed a bankruptcy, and they had a 480. Now they're up, and away again. No credit at all after the bankruptcy. Here's an unsecured credit card again. So my system blocks the crap, builds the credit, and we rebuild your whole file for you. The ultimate goal if you want us to. Now the next thing is you can do it yourself, book and CD, go to the class on Saturday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, or you can let us do the work for you. When we do the credit rebuilding and the rapid rescore, the office usually charges about $9.98. That's okay, but I usually give you a discount on the webinar with me. And every one of you know 10 people, so you can get them in here too. And what happens is we give you money back because it's kind of fun for referrals too. So here's what happens. I broadcast up to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, all day Saturday live. I don't like pre-recorded crap. And there's a class on Saturday you're invited to. It's called Education and Analyzation. You don't have to go, but I'll teach you some more razor secrets too. Now remember, no case past 180 days. Next is, I want to take away your excuses. In other words, I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash card. Okay? So as I rebuild you, give you $1,000 back. It's like refunding yourself too. But what happens on the webinar, I always discount it to 50% off. So it's $499 to you. And what does that mean? You get the $1,000 card, twice as much you basically put into the program, and a 750 credit score. You get a guarantee in writing, by the way, or your money back. Next thing is I want to introduce you to Zelle. See, credit unions and banks use Zelle to basically transfer money right away. It's instant. You know, there's a problem with all the hacking about credit bureaus, or credit cards, and the companies are blackmailing every day. So on this next page, I'd like you to take a picture. Zelle, I am the recipient. That's Ray Reynolds, that's me. And all you have to do is put Ray at racecredit.com, and you send $4.99 right away. You can also do a bank transfer deposit. We bank at Chase and B of A. Next thing is I need you to call a phone number. You got that tab and a pen? I hope you did, because I want you to get yourself off the national mailing list. That's how you get all your junk mail and half your robocalls too. You did it to yourself. So let's call 888-567-8688. That's going to be step number 4. Opt out for 5 years, please. Next thing I want you to do is pretty simple, is plan the problem. You see, you're going to say someone knocked you down, got in your way, and took it away from you too. Probably a friend and family member, by the way. Now I need you to write down safety credit. I want to show you exactly what the credit bureaus and credit karma don't want to tell you, even though they've all been indicted many times too. So here's credit cards. These are $50,000 apiece. So what I'd like you to do is get out your credit cards from your personal wallet now, please. I'd like you to put a stick in the back of the card. I want you to write down the limit. What's 25% of that? What's 29%? Here's the truth. The moment you jack up any card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. It's just what happens to you. Plus you're using the wrong money in the first place. Now we got to write down line of defense. In your city today, between grocery stores and B of A, Bank of America, all right, Wells Fargo, Chase, all these banks, They've been shutting down locations for years. See, they get to pick and choose. I want to shut this one down. I want to bankrupt it, suck out the assets, and take it off of my taxes and get a tax credit. By the way, that's what they do all the time. It's called playing the game. But now what you've done so far is you bring the pain home and you never had to. So remember something today. They can't lie about this part. In the system, as I trained Yarborough years ago too, anything at 0 to 29% is in the green, 30 to 49 is in the yellow, 50 and above is in the red. See, you got to know how to balance that score because the only one screwing up is you. Remember, sticky behind the card. Write down never bring the pain home again. All right, we want to give you more rate secrets today. That's step number 5, by the way. Ultimate goal, what happens to people when they lose their job, have an emergency, they all do the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and then jack up their credit in 42 days. My question to you or an audience is always very simple. Why did you jack up your credit, hurt your family, when you never had to? Only answer you can ever give me is the lack of knowledge. Today we're going to teach you how to play. I want to repackage your house, your car, and your bank account. There's one of the 6 mansions, one of the first cars. There's a bank account with $1 billion in it too. They all belong to the corporations I work for. What about you? You see, when I build credit from a cat, I want to prove my stunt. Cats have 9 lives, and as of today, so will you. When we read the issue of Inc. magazine, How to Finance Your Business by Using Plastic, remember, corporate credit, credit cards, interest rates, lines of credit. All right, we get to write it all off, even the payment. If we screw up a division like the bank and grocery store do, we get to write that off too. In other words, everything to gain and nothing to lose. You just have to learn to play. Now today, we're going to pretend you need $5,000 now. What are you going to do? You're going to go to your friends and family in the bank and ask for them. They're going to say no. You remember something? I want you to think about something right now. Every one of you, wastes $50 every other day. This is a $5,000 card in my hand. And if I max it out, it's $50 a month. So what the average person wastes every other day, they could have maintained a safety credit card and never brought the pain home. Ultimate goal next, they say you waste $140 a week. If that's true, that's $600 a month. That represents a $50,000 credit card. If I max out one of these today, the payment is $612.26. So let's understand, for what the average person wastes in a given month, I would have bought them 2 pizza restaurants with a drive-through, and the company would have maintained them for you as an investment, all right, instead of pissing away money. I don't get it. For what the average person, probably all of you waste a given month, you could have had an investment in 2 pizza restaurants. Why don't you stop wasting money and quit bringing the pain home? That's step number 6, by the way. So today, I want you to reach all your goals. I want you to write them all down. I want you to challenge yourself too. But I want you to believe in yourself. Can you imagine? I achieved every goal I ever had by the time I was 26. We're talking $2.6 billion under corporate structure and $841 million real estate too. So guess what? I believe in God and I believe in me. There's me breaking the world record too. I told you I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. See, you got people in your life that are going to tell you do this and that too. Don't listen to them. See it, believe it, go get it. God gave us all a dream. Why don't we see it and believe and go get it? Now we got to go back to your SSN. We got to go back to the basics. When you started your credit file, when you started getting that paycheck, remember, we were told as teenagers to go get the SSN, Social Security card, to get the job. We planned on that big check coming in. We even planned the bills we're going to pay that week too. We had a big problem. When the check came in, we got this much. It's like, what the blank happened to me? You forgot the IRS public record. They get their cut before you get the leftover. So you got to realize it's called tax. You get a 1040 tax return, and when you die, you get stuck in the probate too. By the way, we were a bunch of sheep and a bunch of ducks. Quack, quack, quack. I like to teach you how to play what I've been teaching rich and famous people for 43 years. You don't have to be a duck. Because right now, guess what? We all are the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. So let's understand something. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, all right, what happens next? Write down Ray's rules. Now, please. I want you to think about this flat out. I'd like you to write down Ray's rules and write down 100,000. Every one of you in an audience, I hear this all the time too. I say, I want to give you 100,000. They all go, no. You know why you screwed up credit? You didn't have enough. You didn't know the rules and tools how to play the game. And you backed yourself in a corner, you and your family. That's not acceptable, by the way. So what I want you to understand, if you use 29%, using some common sense, that'll leave you 71,000 of safety credit. Case blanket the fan, lost your job, or a pandemic for 19 months. But when you take your money and your credit from your family, and you roll the dice and go, wee, I'm sorry, all you do is screw up the family. As of today, you write down today's date, you write down never bring the pain home again. I'll show you use the right money. This way you don't screw up anymore. Raise rules. Step number 7. Your goal is simple. Let's go get it. I think most people going blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of blah, blah, blah. All I wanted is rules and tools and the steps and go get it. Now, we all got a sad story to tell. Boo-hoo. Nobody cares. I got used and abused as a kid. I got dropped off the pier. Had to eat out of a trash can and beg and steal. So don't give me the crap. The reality is I got through that too. My first coma, I was 5.5 years old. I went down that street, Delane Street in Torrance, and my face was the break. When I woke up from the coma, the lady's ringing a bell in my face. She's going, if you got to go pee-pee, young boy, you got to ring the bell because you're paralyzed. You're never going to walk again. I rang that bell that day. She never came to take me pee-pee. So guess what? I crawled on my belly. And you know what I did? When I got to the voice inside, which was God, he said, get up. Didn't matter, I got them bloody head to toe. I got my face all messed up too, and I can't barely walk. I got up. She told me I was paralyzed. I'm going to listen to a bunch of dummies too. My last coma, simple, 2009. Look at me. 5/41, July 5th, 2009, after taking people on a yacht, I get to die of swine flu and pneumonia, pandemic 9. Now we got number 19. But God gave me a choice to come back and help you. Turn these up today and pay attention. There's one of my 3 yachts. Show me yours. One of the race boats with my name's on them too, the largest U-dock in Huntington Harbor. There's the address. Check it out. You see, in this picture, they're asking my wife if I'm a donor. When I got that chance to say go back, I said go back. They're getting ready to rip out my heart that day. So no excuses for you. God let me live to basically show you how you can get through anything. All right, it's simple. 5 weeks with an oxygen tank when I came out of the coma. I put my score back to an 820. And then I popped $1 million credit again. Please tell me, John, tell me, Bill, tell me, Mary, tell me, Joanne, tell me, how the hell are you going to go get what you want? Please tell me. All right, you have wasted thousands of dollars on people going blah, blah, blah. As Johnny says, Tony Baloney got him for $7,500. You don't need blah, blah, blah. You need the rules and the tools and go get it. Please tell me you can go get it, please. You got 4 ways, flat out. Win the lottery. You're probably pissed that away. You inherit the money, you'll do that too. Get a raise. The fastest way you can do is learn the rules and tools. Let me rebuild you. And learn race secrets that I've taught for 43 years. But again, that's up to you. You see, I want you to write down 5 closet divisions. Write it down. I had my 5 closet divisions ready to go. A division is a legal person in the closet ready to go again and again and again. Grocery stores, banks do it every day, cities do it, rich and famous people too. So just because you went through a bad day, that doesn't mean you bring the pain home. You can't go again and again. You have to learn those secrets starting today if you want to really go get it. God's delays aren't God's denials. They never have been. So today, let's pretend you're going to pay attention 100%. I'll pray you do. What if I write you a check for $1 million right now? Right now, $1 million. I'm sorry, if you're a man, you're going to piss away like most of the time you do. Then you're broke the next day. All right, at least women are a little bit more methodical too. But if no matter man or woman, you put it in your personal account, oh goody. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking that was the dumbest thing you ever did. You keep $375, oh good. You pay the rest in tax, and then you pay tax on the interest you earn too. Isn't that fun? I think you kind of screwed up. Now, if you put it all in the corporation, no tax is considered till you make a profit. That sounds good. So that means the corporation can have a pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy, on and on and on. See, where you screwed up? All right, sorry, it's just true. We got one SSN. We're allowed an SS 4 times as many times we need. Corporation, division, subsidiary too. So you can put the money in the right accounts, but if you spend all that money while you're winning that battle and you're learning race secrets, step number 8, I'm sorry, you're going to be broke. What I have taught rich and famous people for 43 years is how to never run out of money. Isn't that weird, huh? What you want anyway in your dreams. So I want you to think about something. Now we're going to write it down. Borrow money is not taxable. Can you write it down? Borrow money is not taxable. Write it down. We don't want to create debt on a consumer because that just hurts the family. On the corporation, borrow money is not taxable. So as we bring in the money, that $1 million check I would have wrote you would have been $15 million. Do you not comprehend that? And what you wouldn't do is spend it. You would use the borrow money to go invest into Wendy's, restaurants, apartment complex, business, whatever it is, get a cash flow. And if you use borrow money, it's not taxable. Ever, you will never run out of money. And the corporation can do exactly what all rich and famous people do. What I've been teaching for 43 years, times 5. But again, most people are like Mary here. Mary's got a education off the chart. Ivy League too. Works for a company making a couple $100,000 a year. She wants to start a business. She hires a CPA and an attorney. And they sit there while she wastes $100,000 of personal credit going, bleep, 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 bleep. I'm sorry, CPAs and attorneys don't understand what an entrepreneur needs to do. And they allow their clients to back their butt in a corner. I'm sorry, most CPAs and attorneys have no idea when it's going to be in the business. Go get it. What she did, she's getting ready to lose her house. She should have been a qualified CFO of the corporation and the divisions. She should have did what the banks and the grocery stores do, and the cities, and the restaurants, and everything else. But now she's going to lose her house, and her family's going to be homeless. That sucks. Let's understand the truth. Let's look at grocery stores and banks in your city today. How about Sam's Club? They did the same thing too. 63 locations, 2 years closed before pandemic. 1,910 around the globe. What did they do? These are locations they chose, I don't want. I'm going to suck out the asset, bankrupt it, write off of my taxes, and I get a damn tax credit. When you screwed up, all you did is go home and go, boo-hoo-hoo. Write it down. You're going to learn to play today. They're using branch numbers, tax IDs, and subsidiary. In 1986, what I set up for you is a division with the tax ID for their first million. Then we turn them in subsidiaries too. I've been doing this for 43 years. Step number 9, by the way. Now, when you heard cities file bankruptcy in the past, you heard it. You didn't do anything. I was at the court building the next day, almost every day for about 3 months. I want to see every record I get my hands on. I want to understand what they did and how they did that too. They didn't get away with anything. They did what they're allowed to do. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 states, corporation. States set up cities, corporation. They're doing the line of defense right in front of you. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy just in case blank hit the fan, all right, to wipe out the debts of a city and stay in business today. You have a bad day, all you do is bring the pain home and go, boo. That stops as of today. Bankruptcy, Apple Computer, 97. They were done out of business. Mr. Bill Gates got indicted 4 times by the United States of America being so damn smart. What did he do for Apple? He wrote him a check for $150 million. Saved their assets, now there were trillions, and they don't pay any damn tax at all. Maybe someday you're going to pay attention, right? You're letting life pass you by right now anyway. All right, the bottom line is I told you to get out your SSN. That's your Social Security card. That's to get that first job. Then I want you to write down one thing, SS4. Write it down. I want you to understand something. We have to get one SSN. That's what we're allowed to by them, the system. There's nothing wrong with that. But I want to teach you how to play. Because I'll be damned if you bring that pain home ever again to you and your family. That's ridiculous. You should have did this at 18 years old. I started mine at 9 and a half. So understand something. Now I want you to write down the word bankruptcy. Hey, I don't want anything going wrong. I want world peace too. But bottom line is, I got no intent to do fraud, neither do you. But you got an intent to protect your family, don't you? Google bankruptcy today. It'll give you this form right in front of you. It'll say SSN, we only get one. Quack, quack, we're a bunch of damn ducks. But then it says corporation, SS4. Corporation, division, subsidiary, more. You got more chances to try. It's about time you get off your assets and do it right away. Your problem, you didn't know how to play step number 10. I don't know why you haven't played with me. I've been doing this for 43 years. It's simple. I was at the Bonavitcher for 32 years every Wednesday night. SSN equals to 1040. Tax, then probate. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes. Again, IRS public record. Amazing. You could play the game unless you just want to be a duck all your life. Quack, 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 quack. I don't understand. See, you got a choice to learn how to play if you want to. You see, here's the problem. All right, you let life pass you by. I dissect everything that I see. I always have since I was a kid. I want to get out the damn pier. I didn't like begging and stealing the end of a damn trash can. So I used that brain God gave me, reading at 2.5 years old. You get one SSN, that's all we get. All right, quack, 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 quack. We're a bunch of damn ducks. That day stops. Today, you're going to focus on mastering the SS4. There's 26 ways to use that damn form too. And you get to try again and again and again and again. Your problem is you like what? Feeling sorry for yourself? That doesn't happen anymore. Winning that damn battle. All right? Tell me how you're going to win unless I hold your hand and do it for you. Tell me. You've been trying, wasting thousands of dollars and crap, didn't work. Go to those motivational blah, blah, blah. Okay? After that, you feel good for an hour. What's the next day going to look like? You got 4 ways to do this. Win the lottery. Inherit the money. Get a raise. And don't waste that money again like you did before. Let me rebuild you. It's not hard to do. I don't get this. Now, here's what I heard. I was 7.5. Being used and abused. Nobody gave a damn about me. Dropped it to the pier every day. 6:30 in the morning. Every Wednesday night, that family had a poker game. I listened to it and I wrote down some notes. There was one time they said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I circled it 10 times. They told me I was weird. Well, that's probably true. You know what I did the next day? I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. There's a library next door. I walked in and said, ma'am, can you explain this to me? She goes, here's a microphone here, but. It's like, I'm in the library or I'm in Mayberry. This is I don't give a damn, it's a microfiche and a damn book. I wanted my blueprint. I wanted my instruction manual. What you've been looking for all your life. It didn't exist until I created it. Simple. I went back to that library almost every day till I was 9.5 years old. And when I sent away my little money order away, the Secretary of State of California, I got a corporation that came back. By the way, it's called Helping Hand Industries. It went worldwide. I got $100,000 in the mail. I even got named in the movie Dave. So today, maybe you're going to pay attention just a little bit. See, it's chapter 18. It's not legal advice. Let's read it. It's right in front of you. A corporation's a legal person may sue or be sued. Big deal. How am I? You just tell me 10 things, and I'll go do all 10. As long as I got something in my hand, I'll believe you. Unfortunately, most people, I thought when I was a kid, all the grown-ups, they were full of you-know-what. As I grew up, I realized they were just stupid. Sorry. Now, someone's going to ask you the same question I get asked every day. Are you a member of the Better Business Bureau? You sound highly intelligent. Did you ever Google BBB got busted and realize they're a fraud? If I want an A rating, it costs $615. And once in a while, they have a blue light special too. So if you ever want an A rating, it's $615. Simple. But you got 10 million companies from Wolfgang Puck, Walt Disney, KBC. They will not be blackmailed at a $615 to buy an A rating. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, they were indicted. Fraud. Cities have said in the court, get the hell out of my city, you're a fraud. Then they changed their name to Business Alliance BS2. I'm not saying it. 2020 and CNN saying it. Know the truth. It will set you free. Now remember, I got to be the incorporator for 2019 Rich and Famous People. Didn't matter if it was Mr. Fishborn's mama, or him, or Clinton, or it didn't matter if it was basically Arnold, Superman for Gold Star, Michael, Kirk and Bain, or even Kevin Costner too. We get to play because they got profit and non-profit, by the way. You might want to learn the secret starting today. I've been teaching for 43 years. But what can I say? I even created a program for people coming out of prison. After 20 years, Mr. Ricky Ross, free rate, Ricky Ross comes out of prison. I rebuilt his credit. I got him a gold and a platinum card paid up to over time, up to $1 million. 2 of them. Would you like 1 or 2? Thomas was in prison for 26 years. 6 months later, after I got a hold of him, I got him all the money to get in the dump truck business. He does a couple million a year. How's he doing so far? See, you're going to have to beat your doubt and run your race. But the greatest gift you got is what God gave me, and I'm going to hold your hand personally. I like to do the work for you. I like to hand you the damn keys. I don't want you screwing this up. I got 100% success rate, as long as you follow through on your part. Getting past go, simple. I can show you millions and billions of dollars of goodies too. God's gift. How about where I park the race boats and the yachts in the backyard? Show me where yours are. I'm from Show Me State. Oh, helicopter. How about one of the billions, one of the Lamborghinis too? Isn't this fun? When I wrote Winning the Game of Business 40 years ago, when I was at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. with that line around the hotel to go to me, kind of fun. But all the secrets in the books and CDs too. But I'd like to do the work for you as well. The office sells it for about $1,000. On a live webinar with me, I give you half price of $4.99. It's simple. All you have to do is Zelle it and Zelle banks and credit unions. Ray Reynolds, that's me, I'm the recipient. And then you use the email address, ray@rayscredit.com, you Zelle it right away. You email me, you Zelle this and that too, and I call you right away and talk to you too. Because it's fun. Now, I want you to start protecting your ass. Yes, now, starting today. Okay? And there'll be times I will tell you what to do. Don't think, just do what I tell you to do. The more you think, I'm sorry to say, the more that you screw it up. I want your driver's license to be a P.O. box or mailing address. When you gave your driver's license out, when you wrote a check, did your house get robbed the next day? I started pushing this when one of my clients, because the DMV sold her address for $10. I met her through Robin. All right, Robin was my client too. And when Rebecca, all right, that guy went to the door and blew her head off, that just pissed me off to no end. The DMV for $10, someone should have took them out and beat the hell out of them for that day. But let's understand something. All right, that's how we got the Schaefer Act. So I want it changed now. But if you don't, that's up to you. It's about time you use Ray's rules and protect your assets and never bring the damn pain home ever again. Look up the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. You got a choice today. Listen and learn and pay attention. Step 12. When I developed and set up divisions in 1986, I wanted multiple functions. I wanted to disconnect, isolate, and incorporate like banks and grocery stores and cities do. I wanted to separate pieces. And the greatest gift that I got when I set up the divisions, every division's a legal person too. That allows me to set up separate credit files so they can finance themselves. So understand something today. If I give you $1 million card, up to $1 million paid over time for the corporation, next question to you is, would you like the 9 sisters? 9 divisions with their own damn card up to $1 million. You want $1 million, 100,000, or 10 million? You control this. And by the way, it's all a write-off. All you got to do is maintain the little payment. Put a piece of property every division too. On top of that, you can put a franchise there. So let's understand what rich and famous people do in banks and grocery stores do every day. They got a bad location, okay, put it aside. Don't we have any left to go and go set up another one, another one, another one, another one too? Don't you get it? You can become the bank, buckets of money, tax balancing starting today. The only reason you did not know, you don't know how to play. We got to teach you how to play the game. Now we're going to have to talk about your car. Sorry. All right, I'm going to show you what you did wrong, and then I'm going to show you how to do it right, and I'm going to fix you too. You went into that dealership that day. Oh, goody! They sweated you for hours on end. You lost $5,000. Got the 9 inquiries too. You're only entitled to 6 inquiries every 180 days anyway. But here's the problem. They gave you a piece of paper and said, we want to run your credit. Can you fill this out? You filled it out and went, bah, bah, I'm a sheep. Stop it. Ray's rules, write it down. From now on, you fill out that form. All right, when you do it, next to your signature, you're going to write down this allows one inquiry. You're taking a picture. You are going to control this from now on. This is going to stop. Okay, that's step number 13. The next thing, every car you buy now or convert right away, write it down. It's fleet price, tax ID, division. Write it down. That way it never shows up on your personal credit report. And it's a full corporate write-off. Try using your card for your business. Good luck. You'll argue with your CPA and a tax attorney anyway, because it's registered to you. Congratulations again. And if you got a repossession on your credit report after you learn to raise secrets, don't worry, the IRS will give you a 1099-C. Sorry, you kind of screwed up again too. So today, let's pretend we're driving our car. All right, I drive company cars. You can drive yours that's registered to you to the grocery store and the bank. There's a little bumpity bump. The person you bumped accidentally is going to scream their head off and going to die. Why? They have to put on a show. They know there's cameras everywhere. Then they're going to ask for your registration. All right, your license, your insurance registration. Your heart's going to fall into your chest, and you go, oh, we should listen to Ray. That's right, I hear that every day. Well, let's focus on this. Driver's license, again, I don't want it to be horrendous. That's up to you. The insurance you're paying for today is out of your paycheck, right? So the tax it and you get the leftover. It's called taxable income. All right, but no matter what I say or do today, you're still the registered owner. When you drive that car, doesn't it go quack, 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 quack on the damn duck? Hey, it's just the truth. It's registered to you. Who do you think you're going to sue? All right, they always sue the registered owner as well. If you were to do it my way and transfer all the registered owners to divisions, or the new ones too, at the end of the day, why don't we make sure they get diddly squat? Why not? I guess you didn't have to eat out of a trash can or bag of steel as a kid and protect everything you got. Step number 14, by the way. Now, if you ever want to learn how to get a fleet price, tax IDs, and divisions, I do a goal-setting class every Saturday, live, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, too. Step by step, you learn Ray's secrets some more. Ultimate goal, I had my 17 houses at 19. Problem is, they wouldn't give me number 18. They kept saying loan-to-value problem, too. So, guess what I did? They told me no. I don't like the word no. They said no because they don't know how to play. I transferred them to the divisions. I separated the liability, got off my credit report, freed that up too, and then I separated liability for all the properties I got as a division. Now, by the way, your paycheck should be a write-off. I'll teach you at the workshop that too. Now, understand something today. Corporations do not pay any tax until they make a profit. So let's use an example of Amazon. Their first $10 billion of profit, no tax was paid. The trillion, no tax was paid too. You pay more tax than they do. Congratulations again, because you're not playing the game. You see, don't say loophole, because that doesn't exist. They're doing what they're allowed to do. Hey, they pay property tax, gallon of gas too. But at the end of the day, you got 3 of them. They have so much damn money, they got their own damn spaceship. Whee! Let's go to the moon. You want to get an e-ticket too? Which one are you going to go on? This one or this one? Or the other one will show you too. Remember today. All right, they're doing exactly what the Internal Revenue Service Incorporated says they get to do. Corporations don't pay tax, so they make a profit. So you can complain, or you can join the club and learn Ray's secrets too. If you want to play, let me know. Oh, that's the guy who's got his own island, his own spaceship too. Hell, he's having so much damn fun. He gets to write it all off too. Why aren't you? You see, now we're going to talk about that borrow money again. We're going to look at Carl. We might want to Google him too. He's got $1.2 billion in the Bank of America, and he doesn't pay any tax, and it keeps going up, up, and away. Wow. Borrowed money's not taxed when we learn to play. But remember today, if you do the corporation the way I show you, and then I teach you how to leverage the money, you'll never run out of money ever again. The only thing you have to do is maintain the minimum payments, and the corporation writes that off anyway. It's kind of fun. 5X money, tax-free. You don't want to get to the point you never run out of money again? Let me know. Now let's pretend you're paying attention 100%. Let's play. When I wrote Winning the Game of Business, in that book, it was cash flow free at the time. I started that 43 years ago, by the way. It's in the damn book on page 12. So understand, if I take this card today and I take $50,000 off a corporate card, all I got to do is maintain the payment of 61226. What the average person pisses away every given month, I'm going to loan 5 people $10,000. I'm going to save their house. A second trust deed. I'm going to file a homestead blocker and UCC with a chattel mortgage. I know if you're an expert in real estate, I'll explain that to you too. I only had $841 million for the coma under corporate structure. I wanted to hit $1 billion that year, but I got to die and come back and help you. By the way, after maintaining that payment of 61226, I just created $2,449 of cash flow. Do you want to increase your paycheck or replace it? Would you like $10,000, $20,000 a month? You let me know. It's all borrowed money anyway. You get to write it off too. You get to play and learn Ray's secrets some more today. Now, Mr. Buffett's father, I loved him. He was fun. Now, Warren, I like him too. He's always talking about he used to pay more tax. He pays less than any of them. He just wants to look like a damn hero. Well, remember something. He owns hundreds of companies. He's used borrowed money to buy them all for free. Transfer stock back and forth too. He hasn't had to use besides borrowed money. It's free. So he owns his favorite 10 too. He owns basically ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, Seeds, Candy, Bridgestone, and Fruit of the Loom. Would you like to learn how to leverage and never be broke again too? Let me know. I got to teach you more Ray's secrets at the workshops too. Remember Saturday, 7 a.m. all through the day to 4 o'clock. Usually 7 to 8 classes live. You're stuck with me. I like to play with you for 90 days. Is that okay with you? Then most people want to do it for a lifetime, learning more of my secrets. Kind of fun. Now, if all you want is a 750, okay, I'll do a wrapper rescore. I'll block all your garbage. I'll rebuild you too. But you have to decide, all right, as we rebuild it, do you want to do the work using book and CD? Go to a class and let us do the work for you. So if we do it for you, the office wants $998. Good price. Webinar, I always cut it in half. And Saturday, there's a class on education analyzation at 1 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time, too. No case goes past 180 days, averages 90 working days. But I also want to give you a $1,000 cash card. I want you to reimburse yourself. I want to take all your excuse away from you, because excuses don't put food on the table for the family. So during the webinar, I mean it's now, if you Zelle me $499, you're getting the $1,000 card, you're getting a 750 guaranteed credit score, and basically that's step 15. And all you had to do is Zelle, which I'm the recipient, Ray Reynolds, and RayRaceCredit.com. If you do it right away, you get all the goodies too. If not, call the office. They'll give you the best deal they can. Now tomorrow's Wednesday. Wednesday and Saturday, you know what I do? I do a class for corporate setup at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I talk about how to name the corp, what venue you want to pick, and I go into level 1. I show you step by step how to set up your divisions, how to buy at wholesale price too. Now that's Wednesday and Saturday, by the way, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You get to go there for 30 days while I do the work for you, so you put the information here. Ultimate goal. See, you keep hiring people to do things for you. And I'm sorry, that doesn't make you any smarter. All right, you're counting on them. What if I teach you what I'm doing with you and we work together on this and you learn the secrets for yourself too? No one can take it away from you. Now, if you have a corp, I'll build that one. If not, let's start you with the starter package for the beginners. You see, credit rebuilding, rapid rescore, articles, also tax ID 7 level 1 for 30 days. Now, here's what I always do. I want to give you 10 times your credit back to you. I want to, whatever you invest, give you 10 times money back in credit. You reimburse yourself and take away your excuses. So this comes with $10,000 of credit. The ultimate goal for 30 days workshops, I do the work for you anyway. And the office sells it for about $2,000. Okay, Mark here spent $37 for a corp, didn't get anything besides the articles. Wanted to know what's next. I told him to get his money back. But on the webinar, I cut it in half to $999. So $999, and I'm giving you $10,000 of credit. Isn't that 10 times money back to you? Now what excuse you got? Oh, you want more credit? Then get the Millionaires in the Making. This comes at $25,000 credit, same goodies. And the office charge is $5,000. I cut the price in half. During the webinar, it's $2,499 if you Zelled me. But then I get to call you right away personally. But the bottom line is, I'm Ray Reynolds. That's the recipient. Ray at rayscredit.com, the email. You Zelle the price, and that's all you got to do. Bank transfer deposit as well. Now, what happens next is, I'd like you to take number 16 series too. I want you to repackage yourself with a corporation, through a corporate, or in conjunction. You should have started this at 18, by the way. I'm sorry you didn't do that for you. See, now listen carefully. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. See, Dad offsets taxes for a corporation. But today, you get a paycheck. Oh, goody for you. By the way, it's taxed. You get the leftover. And then you're paying the payment, gas, registration, insurance. You could be saying no right away if you wanted to. You could be driving a company car like I do. But that's up to you. That's step number 17. By the way, today, I'd like you to get a copy of an SS4 form. I want you to verify them, factually verifiable too. It will equal the 1120. Line 10 says banking and credit purposes. Right on the form. IRS public record. So number 18 is go to the irs.gov website, download an SS4 form to learn how to play. 26 ways to do that too. Unless you still want to be a duck, quack, quack, quack. That's up to you. Now let's understand. And I love the United States of America, but every game I've ever played, I master the rules. I always want to win. So the United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 corporations. They call them states, by the way. The states set up corporations too, called cities. See, they're doing the line of defense right in front of you, just letting life pass you by. That's your problem, sorry to say. They even planned a problem called a Chapter 9 bankruptcy. Just in case they had to bankrupt the debts of a city like they did Levin so far and stay in business today. You see, you can learn how to play. You want to know why? You are we the people under the Constitution of Rights. Nixon took the gold standard out. They print money 24/7. Every hospital from there was mandated that every woman who delivers a baby must sign an SSN form so they can bond the baby and print some more money. She don't sign that form, the baby's not going in the stroller of the car, she can't go home. That's just the rules. By the way, online you see these websites, I'm sorry to say, you don't have to guarantee. What a bunch of blah, blah, blah. To get cash credit cards, lines of credit, cash, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too, you got to be a qualified CFO. That's just the truth. And if you look for those trade lines, please look up the Fair Lending Act first. I don't want to visit you in prison. So the goal is corporate credit, get to write off the interest rate in the credit card and the line of credit. And if a division screws up, you get to write off that too. Just like the grocery store and the bank get to do. You see, your problem, you didn't learn how to play. This way you can basically get everything you ever wanted too. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. I still got to make you that qualified CFO and tell you the truth. I want you winning the battle. I want you mastering my secrets for you. Ultimate goal, let's talk about your house. What did you do when you bought your house? You used Ray's rules, right? Escrow, close, homestead, put it in trust? Oh, you didn't do that? So if they sue you, they take it away? And if you die, get stuck into probate and your family got diddly squat because you don't pay attention today? Oh, well, what can I say? When you fix up a property, do you hire a contractor that hires a subcontractor to stand outside Home Depot? They're good workers, but you know what? If they slip and fall and cut corners and sue you, aren't they going to take everything you got too? I told you plan that problem. So I would think if I was you, maybe it's up to you, why don't you quickly deed them to a division? Every property you get costs about $12. How about an assignment of equity? So when they try to sue you at the end of the day, let's see if we can get them diddly squat. Why not? Now, I like irrevocable trust. You look up that, but do what you want because you're a grown-up too. Learning how to play. Step number 19, 6 more to go. If you're playing peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, knock it off, please. All right, I don't want to pay tax. Stop it. Corporations don't pay tax till you make a profit. All right, if you hypothetically screwed up in the past, go to irs.gov. Download a form called 656-433A and B. Get all that free damn money. Get your butt back in the system and go, wee! Simple. You see, that's step number 20. Now, from there, when you fix up a property, do it my way, please. I don't want you spending your own money. Set up, the divisions, buy from the manufacturer to 70% off, and don't pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Now escrow closes and pays off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. What do you do with the money? Most men piss it away and they're broke the next day. Now if you're going to do that from now on, you're going to listen, you're going to learn raise rules. We're going to leverage the money, remind you that borrowed money is not taxable. You're setting up your line of defense so you never bring the pain home again. By the way, this is step 21. It's called blackjack. Now understand, here's my office. Just before the Common, I got to die in 2009. It was only 22,000 square foot building. Irvine Spectrum, I told you, I'm factually verifiable too. Had other locations around the globe doing up to $1 million a day, helping people like you. The bank would be there all the time going, Banks love to kiss your assets when you got money. You don't have a pot, you know what? And they don't know your name. You got to learn the secrets. I want to teach you some more after today too. Remember, banks borrow from the feds up to times 10. Loan back 5 to you. If you would have done what I told you to do out of that money coming out of that escrow, leverage the money, raise rules, that would have became up to $3 million of borrowed money, non-taxable. You would have bought a McDonald's for free. Free. Do you understand the word free? Okay? That's what Mr. Buffett does every damn day. But you haven't learned how to play. Your choice is simple. All right? If you piss all the money, even the corporation, away, you're broke. 5X, tax-free. Never run out of money again, please. I'll show you how to play. Now, at the setup class tomorrow on Saturday, I want to teach you how your corporation's a management company. I don't want it to do business. I want it to manage the entities, the divisions. I want them to be the ducks. If Wells Fargo, B of H, Chase, and grocery stores in cities and rich and famous people can do this every day, so can you. Remember, write down the 3-step: disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If I have a problem and I got to separate a piece and I have to bankrupt it, I'm keeping the good pieces. I'm never bringing the pain home like you did. Why would you do it? You didn't have to. From now on, you're going to learn how to play too. Remember, it's division and tax ID. Once you get to the million, they come to subsidiaries too. We get to play step number 22. Now, I want you to ask yourself a question right now. What are you willing to lose? What are you willing to lose? Have you brought the pain home before? I guarantee you did. Corporation, they appears to be able to come after you. Divisions are cheap, but remember, I want world peace. I got no intent to defraud, neither do you. But you have the intent to protect you and your family too. Is that correct? So when we play a game, I'm going to win no matter what. I wrote the rules, read the rules better than you did. That's okay. What you're going to learn is one thing: to be a winner and get checkmate every time. That's going to be learning race secrets too. Step 23. Ultimate goal: look at this Lamborghini in the building. I mean, come on. I'm born in a taxi. She threw me in a trash can. All right? She's 15 and a half. I get this other family, drop me off at the pier, got to steal and beg it out of a trash can. They use and abuse the hell out of me. All right? On top of that, all right, I get my first coma at 5 and a half. My last one in 2009, I get to die. I've been shot twice, knifed 6 times too. And you're not even heard the whole damn friggin' story too. See, you don't have excuses. Because God's brought me back from that coma to help you and show you, hey, if I can go through it, so can you. So reach the dream. Think and be the impossible. Hell, I've done it all my life using race rules. I make millionaires every day. Would you like to be next? Let me know, because I'll basically tell you some more secrets too. Your choice today, 14th Amendment, make corporations into people. So that means the United States of America Incorporated set up 50 states, corporation. The cities are corporations too. And you are so past due and set up your line of defense for you, you're letting life pass you by. Ultimate goal is winning the battle, learning the secrets and how to play. So today, never have joint credit. That makes no sense. You buy a house, escrow close, some say put in trust, raise rules. And on a corporation, you have millions, if not $10 million of credit. Why? It's free damn money. All you gotta do is maintain a little damn payment. You get to write that off too. No more excuses for you. Divisions for every piece of real estate, franchise, current business. You're gonna master the line of defense using race rules. Because I'm gonna hold your hand up to 90 days or a lifetime too. I got no excuses. Neither do you. Step 24. So last chance to Zelle me, so I call you right away personally. Call you right away through the email address. You give me a phone number. But if you don't do it through me, call the office. Now, if you want the $750, do the do-it-yourself book of the class, or let us rebuild you. The office wants $998 normally. I always give you half price. All right, class on Saturday, you don't have to go. It's called educationalization at 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Average case is 90 working days. From there, no case past 180, unless you took time on your part, not mine. But I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash card. The office doesn't give you one of those. I'm going to charge you $499 during the webinar. You get half price too. And you're guaranteed a $750 credit score right here, your money back. And all you had to do is Zelle on the recipient, Ray Reynolds, and email address, rayracecredit.com, $499. But if you don't, before I'm done talking, you'll call the office. It's okay, you just pay $998. Starter package for millionaire, credit rebuilding, rapid score, articles, office list, tax ID, set up level 1. And I want to give you a $10,000 of cash credit. Instead of charging you $2,000, the webinar price is half price of $999. You get 10 times your money back to you. No more excuses. Millionaire in the making. It comes with $25,000 of cash credit, by the way. So I want you to understand, the office charges about $5. I cut half price of $2,499 during the webinar. I want to give you 10 times money back to you. The biggest thing that always pissed me off, when I listen to the blah, 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 blah out there, and the motivational blah, 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 I want rules and tools. As long as they tell me to do this and that and it works, I'll be happy. But when they don't hold my hand and they take my money and go bye, 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 I'm sorry, what am I supposed to do the next day? It's called Zelle, Zelle, Zelle. Your choice is simple today. Stay safe, stay strong. Let's do our best. What Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. You got the ability. You think he brought me out of that coma not to help you? Your goal is simple. And everything I say and do is factually verified and guaranteed too. So step number 25, learning Ray's secrets, is Zelle, 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 bank transfer deposit. Now if you want to call the office, which you should do if you're not Zelling right away, call and talk to a specialist too. It's 800-510-3338. 800-510-3338. See, we've got to do our best all day and let God do the rest. And we've got to all remember one thing, no matter what we believe in, it's simple. God loves us all.